You sound really bummed out.
Yeah, it started hitting me, and yeah, I'm a bit bummed out, yeah. I like jazz a lot.
I wouldn't worry too much.
What? There was a lot of, like, interference.
Said I wouldn't worry too much. I'm sure your friends will save you.
They are goblins. Don't expect too much. And hey, Max.
Hello.
Apparently I broke Baya.
So... yeah, I'm a bit bummed out. A bit down. Depressed.
Probably would have been an issue sooner, except you crit your first.
Yeah, I don't know what the DC was.
High.
Well, I just needed to crit on all of it.
Yes, crit every day.
Yeah, that's what works best.
I feel like we're missing important people.
Really?
What important people?
How could we ever miss important people? No, that's not where I'm supposed to be going.
I still didn't spend any of my karma.
Oh my god, you have like 100 karma then?
Nah.
Yeah, it's probably not important anyway.
So where do you guys want to go after dropping off the Severed Yakuza head?
I don't know.
I feel like pancakes. Is there a pancake place nearby?
Every place is a pancake place.
That is a very interesting point to come into the conversation. It's funny how you can see what window Toad has selected, because Toad's push to talk is clearly a button that types something. Just a second.
think I've explained this.
Tragic. It's possible.
And for just a small donation of $50 a day, you could help me overcome this challenging disability.
What the heck?
Oh my god, $50 a day. I have like 50 Danish crowns per day for myself, and that's like $8, I think.
For just $4 a day.
Yeah, I need mine to survive.
Maybe we should close the window.
I think someone arrived. Oh, Rev.
And we're getting pancakes.
Yep.
Pancakes are great.
Indeed.
I feel like this is our actual table conversation.
That's entirely possible.
Wouldn't surprise me.
I mean, what do they have to talk about?
Precious little, I assume.
Let's talk about sex, baby.
No.
What?
Oh,
Yeah.
there was just someone asking about what we should talk about, and then, yeah, I just started singing.
But why?
To pass time.
Well, now we have to pull time over.
God damn it. So, does anyone want to recap our first session in a while that we managed to actually finish up in one session?
There was a Herbert
Yes.
who came knocking on Toad's door because one of his buildings, or a building he owned, had some uninvited guests, and they were scaring other residents and breaking walls and being very bothersome and weird, and there were skulls. And I just lost my train of thought completely.
Well, those who were inside were infected, and instead of just killing them all, which we perhaps should have done, we decided to help them find a place instead. and
They were
so-
innocent and perfectly reasonable people.
and somehow we found what we thought was an abandoned warehouse, and we went there, and it was inhabited by Yakuza, and they didn't want to listen to reason, so we ended up having to like do stuff to them.
I cut off someone's butt.
You did.
Yeah, and then you had an honorable.
I got my
battle,
ass handed to me then. Take an ass, get an ass. It's like take a penny, leave a penny.
But yeah, and the rest of us didn't interfere when you were fighting because it would not be the honorable thing to do. So when you had been defeated, I stepped in and yeah, I think I got him in the end. Although he had the same build as me, based on dodging shit.
He didn't have
It's
as insane.
I'm starting to understand why you hate me, Axel.
And then we took his head.
Yeah, and went to the Yakuza place that we had visited like first session. And yeah, dropped off the head and said, what was it? The honey badger sends their regards or something.
To the Yakuza, love honey badgers.
Oh yeah.
Did you?
Seems like a great idea, but
Now we're eating pancakes at a local pancake place.
sure.
And having this conversation.
last session started with a summer break, and this session started with pancake place.
Yeah, that sounds like excellent ideas.
So, does anyone have stuff that they have been doing on the downtime?
No.
Is Rab actually there?
Yeah,
You were just
Okay.
awful silent.
yeah, I'm a bit. Yeah, I guess tired is the best description.
Okay. Well, it passes roughly week, and then Jarvis pings you that Benny has sent you a message, and the message does read that there's a new job, which seems interesting, and would apparently be of some type of acquisition.
Have I heard anything else about our little thorn in the side?
And you have heard that there has definitely been some discussions with weaponry between the honey badgers and the Yakuza. There hasn't been like a full-fledged like gang war, but the people who know anything about it are like, we are close. Like, doesn't require a lot.
Right.
Oh no, we made them hate each other.
I'd say that's
Oops.
a good thing.
It was sort of our plan.
It was a fantastic plan.
Yeah, definitely the best plan that just popped into someone's head ever.
Is there any other information that is attached to the message, or does Benny just want me to give him a call?
There is a GPS tag which points to some sort of a gambling hall, but you're not quite sure anything more about that.
Right.
Seems to be named the Giant's Den.
What?
Yes.
That's a great name. For anything, really.
Oh, I guess I'll just look it up just to be safe.
Yeah, quick basic scan is it doesn't say it anywhere, but it's definitely Evo style. And it's very meta friendly. It isn't meta like it isn't exclusive to meta types, but humans are a rare sight in there.
Mm.
Like they are in meta friendly in the level of like every single table has one or two troll enforced chairs, and like it isn't like plain out we like metas more, but humans have considerably longer waiting times.
Right.
Because humans and elves seem to be in the same bucket. Elves like they aren't directly discriminated there, but most of their customers are orcs, trolls, and dwarves. So the elves, there hasn't been any violence against them, but they know to not go there. Particularly, it's mostly just a weird look.
We elves usually have a better place to go anyway.
Yeah.
They're usually called pixie pubs. Yeah. I'm guessing there is not an actual time set to it. Just
No.
meet here.
Yep.
Well, okay. I will send along a message to the rest of the group, simply stating that there is a possible job offering and asking if I should book a time.
Yeah, sure.
Right.
So, are you then? At what time about are you heading there? Or are you calling the others?
I'm sending a message to Benny saying that he can forward a message to Johnson, meeting us at a specified time.
Yeah, Ben comes back to you fairly quickly. He just says, "With 10 o'clock this night pick, okay?"
Yeah, should be fine.
Okay. So,
Yep.
No one has anything to do.
Yeah, I don't really think wait, how long time has passed?
Roughly a week.
I guess I will be summoning something.
Okay. Well, you can do that while we do the meet. I'll do that on chat with you. Okay, so 10 o'clock comes up, and you have arrived at the Giant's Den, which seems to be decently good-looking place. It's not like this is just a generic shithole kind of type. It's pretty good casino. Almost not quite on the level of like it's yeah It's not amazing, but it's not like horrible either.
Well, is there a valet?
Nah. It seems to be a very much a. The security seems to be very much on the inside. There's really no one on the door. But they do seem to have someone stationed in the inside who. He's an orc. Fairly heavy build.
Hold on. Just gonna finish yawning.
Well, you resist with 7.
Yeah.
So 5, and then I bind it. And it resists with 14.
Yep.
So that's 2 plus. No, it's minus.
6 minus 2. Before.
No,
Plus.
it's 12 minus 3.
Yeah.
So
10.
that's 9. And the next day I will bind a Squirtle. No, Charmander.
I roll horrible.
Oh, actually, you don't need to roll, because it actually rolls that in its spirit hits.
It rolls what?
It rolls it in the spirit hits. I just realized that now.
Oh yeah, that's true.
So yeah, it's 2, 3. And lastly, a spirit of man. That's 3, 6.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, I'm done summoning.
Yeah, my internet died for a moment.
Terrible.
And died again. Can you guys hear me now?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. My friendly Discord realized a bit late that my internet died. Okay. So, Ral, what are you doing? And are the others with you, or are you staying home?
I notified them.
I'm definitely not staying home.
Yeah, I'll go join. If only to have something to do.
Yeah, you just get a vid screen call from Toad and he's surrounded by piles of pancakes in what looks like a ship galley.
Right.
Okay.
And I will, before I go there, I will channel a spirit of fire into myself.
So I guess I'm
Salty.
saying I'm not going.
Okay.
I send you a encrypted live feed, so you can be there, kind of.
So, as you head in, there's the before mentioned the bodyguard, and then there seems to be a counter with some sort of a receptionist, a younger dwarf.
I'm just trying to get my thoughts in order. You said this was like, it's a nice place, but it's like not super established.
Yeah, it's nice, but it's not too nice.
Right. So going in with a coat would be kind of silly.
Yeah, I mean, most of the people either tend to come in like more casual, not just like plain as rags, but like they have the nicer casual wear on them.
Yeah. Well, I'll just put on something nice. Not too revealing.
All my clothes are nice. Except the ones that aren't.
Yeah, well, I'm not going in my work clothes.
Reason.
You are not?
You.
Good question is which work?
My mechanic clothes.
Yeah. Also,
Actually,
it's not the Walker.
Yeah, I actually remembered that I did buy a nice set of like uh, what are they called? That businessman's outfit.
Action or whatever is it?
Yeah, so yeah, I bought something in the style of that, but in a like a female cut. I remember doing it before my computer started sputtering and dying.
Don't you all have like sleeping tigers?
Nope.
I do.
Yes, I remember like most of the party was like on the when Buffy was the party, it was just like yeah.
Yeah, no, I didn't want to buy it because it seems a bit eh. Like it's good, but it's like such an obvious choice that no.
Yeah. Okay. So as you walk in, you are greeted by the receptionist. Oh, hello. How can I help you?
Yes, we're here to see a Mr. Johnson.
Oh, yes. It would be that table, and he points like kind of almost over his shoulder, but not quite, to a blackjack table where she's currently empty.
I nod to him and I push 50 million to his comm link.
Oh, thank you. Yep. As you get there, the dealer looks at you for a moment. It's like, yep, okay.
Come again?
The dealer who's in the table, she's looking at you, kind of waitingly.
Yeah. We just got like basically be here at this time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it takes about a minute, and a dwarf who seems to be maybe in his 40s joins you at the table. Well, hello there.
Good evening.
Hello.
Hello?
I understand you're here meeting someone.
Yes. It's about a job.
Yes. My employees would want to acquire a item. It's quite large, about the size of. It's actually hard to think of. I wrote it up, but I can't find the thing that I wrote in the stupid place because I came up with a good analogy.
By the way, what's the noise level in here?
Oops, quite decent. Like it's not like you can hear things, obviously, but it's definitely there.
Right. What's the matrix noise level?
Not actually much. Massive on the. Well, like, yeah, but if you're sitting at the table, so yeah, it's pretty decent. Like there's clearly a lot of people connected in the particular host you're in at. You've got because all the transactions are done. So what they have is they have a public host where you can just chill and do things. But when you sit on a table, you get invited to another host where they do all like the transactions and stuff, virtual slots and stuff like that.
Well, I'll just have an eye out on it just in case. You never know who might be listening.
Yeah. The item is roughly does have a shipping container. Is that a problem?
Half as in
Length. It is it is not quite as high, but it is in length. It is roughly a half a shipping container.
I mean, that's a rather large thing.
It is. I'm aware. That is why I'm asking if it's a problem.
I wouldn't think it is. Not exactly, anyway. I mean, there's a few problems with hauling something that big, as you might understand.
Obviously. But isn't problems the reason you're here?
Well, a simple job is a good job.
This is true. Those simple jobs pay less than other jobs.
Well, anyway, where can we find this container, and where do you want it to go?
The container is a bit outside of the city. It would be to the north. It is located in a small forestry area in a warehouse, which is quite heavily guarded.
Just how heavily guarded?
It is a NAS technology warehouse.
Oh, how nice.
We are not aware of the exact numbers. But because this is technology, you can expect majors.
How fragile is the thing?
Very. It is also. I am not exactly aware of the contents, so I cannot say for certain. But apparently, it is not to be disturbed. It is apparently rather volatile. It is not explosive as far as I'm aware. It is, for me, about as much of a mystery. But it should be handled with very good care.
So no explosives around it.
That would be preferable.
We can do that. I guess.
Only problem I'm seeing is this is as technology we're talking about here. Are you sure your employer does not know what this container has, or does he just want it?
They seem to be rather keen on acquiring it, and, well, don't go spreading it around, but I'm sure someone else knows. I was just not shared this information with.
Very well. And what does your employer intend to pay?
The pay would be 20,000 nuyen per phase.
So he at least knows the fact of risk reward, like some others.
He just kind of nodded. So, are you up for the job?
Well, I think Void is going to be the center of attention here.
What? Who? Why?
It's as technology.
Yeah, I don't have anything to do with them.
I'm saying magic.
Oh. Yeah, I can deal with that.
All right. I proffer him a data chip.
Yeah. The data chip is quite quickly filled with some sort of data. It's just you get a AR of how much there is left, and you get it back.
Yeah, he would also have found more information about the group on the data chip.
Okay. Takes it. The files have marked as being copied.
Yeah, they're just runner info. It's just so he knows who he's dealing with. It's the kind of stuff you could find in a runner haven anyway.
Okay. So, as after he has handed you the data chip back, he will then get up from the table. I'm like, well, you should find everything you need from there.
Now I'm disappointed. I thought he was going to get up on the table and start dancing.
No, unfortunately, no. I think they might throw him out.
Yeah.
So,
Well, this
Yeah.
should be a nice distraction. Distraction? That's a weird way to say a word.
I'm gonna start like popping stuff up, reading through the data, and I'm gonna say, Jeeves, deal me in, and send the dealer like 100 million.
Yeah, you get you get effectively on your AR, you get a sidebar which is it just marks 100 million, and you get like virtual looking chips that just raised from the table.
Yeah, it's mostly for keeping up appearances. All right,
Just
so
trying to pretend like I'm paying attention.
so what sort of interesting stuff is on this?
You get the basic stuff that there's a location and some fairly good pictures, both from air and on foot, to mark some locations of interest. It seems to be a decent little sized warehouse. It is marked in public records, so it is not effectively a black site. It does, however, seem there's definitely pictures of undercover guarding, just cars that simply seem to go around and not marked as obvious guards. They're going to seem to be carrying gently heavy equipment. Most of them seem to have just plain out assault rifles. They do, as technology does seem to have extraterritoriality on this area. And there is just a report that there's at least 2 majors on site at all times. But then there's a side note of as technology.
Yeah. So basically, what I can summarize is that this is going to be a really shitty job, although a well-paid shitty job.
Yeah, we're definitely getting some headaches.
Yes. There is also one thing that's marked on the chip, which is that there is a date when they suspect the crate will be moved, and that is on the end of the week. You're currently at Tuesday, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, and then also that the pickup time for them and location is marked about the same distance away, but to the west of the city. But it is however marked in 2 weeks.
So let me just get this straight. In about a week, the thing is gonna get moved.
Yes.
All right. From these images, what kind of vehicles can I figure out, and what kind of numbers?
The normal the cars that are patrolling the area, they seem to be normal civilian cars, but they were unmarked anyways. There seems to be 3 of them. Both of them having 2 people. All of them having 2 people. In the actual warehouse, there seems to be 2 guards on every entrance, which there is 3 that you can see. And there's no reports on what's inside.
Right. But there is no obvious like roof hatches or
No.
helicopter pads or anything like that.
No.
So yeah, Well, I'm just like doing a couple of hands of. I'm gonna guess it's blackjack.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say over the comms. Well, we can break in, but it looks like it's going to be moved in about a week, and that might be a better option. Either if we can disrupt the convoy, or we can be the convoy. Well, I'm not sure we can pull that one off.
Well, definitely we can not be the convoy, I think. I don't think they would trust us.
Yeah, well, that's the hard part, getting on the inside. But forging stuff is annoying.
Yeah. I think maybe just intercepting the convoy should be workable. I don't know, words are hard.
Yeah, I think intercepting the convoy is best.
Well, I think this time we should do something a bit less explosive, though.
Yes. I mean, if the thing is fragile, I'm slightly worried it might be people.
Well, it's something living, that's for sure.
Yeah. But I'm currently at the moment in the assume the worst mode.
Yeah.
About everything. So we definitely should be careful with it.
Well, a few police grade spike strips would do the trick.
Does the thing say where it's going to be moved?
No.
Because
Only that it will be moved, and then it says that it will be moved to a S technology black site, but there's absolutely nothing more about that.
yeah, that might be a problem. If we don't know where it's going, then how are we going to prepare for stopping it?
Oh, it's easy to track it, and a few spike strips can just be rolled out in a minute.
True. Hopefully it's somewhere where things work.
Yeah.
But what if they have super special tires?
Yeah.
You know that because how bulletproof tires are made, they're not popping from stripes. However, trackers and the electrical versions definitely do damage, or just with the tracker.
Well, I'll just put it like this. I'm running on run flat tires, so
Yeah.
it's safe to assume that they are too.
It's fairly standard.
Maybe we should try to figure out where the black site is, and also maybe get a better idea about what the stuff actually is.
Yeah. Well, I for one don't know that much about as technology. Especially not any of their black sites.
Meanwhile, at the front door to the S Technology warehouse.
Oh no.
That didn't sound good.
Yeah, you would guess that the location of the warehouse would be a bit hard to get, mostly because you're talking about gas technology. Gas technology is, I think, the second biggest information, dealer in the game. They are fairly good at hiding stuff they don't like.
Yeah.
People who being better than them is obviously Horizon, because Horizon.
Yeah. Well, maybe we don't need to find out where it is.
Yeah,
Just
knowing
follow
stuff
it.
is overrated anyway.
You can just follow it and improvise. Improvising worked very great last time. None of us died completely.
Yeah, what can go wrong?
Everything. 30 Yakuza members.
Here's the sound of an explosion from Toad's kitchen.
Toad.
There you hear a background noise like, Dad, you put gunpowder into the pancakes again.
Delicious.
Vitamins.
Yeah.
I mean, they're good.
Gunpowder pancakes are good.
This sounds like a 3-year talking.
Well, I could probably at least put a tracker on the container. Possibly even get a quick scan of what might be inside it. Should it be too risky?
So we'd have to go to the warehouse and possibly sneak in.
Nah, we only need to go about 2-3 kilometers, something like that.
That's good, I guess.
We could hide in a shipment of baby teeth.
Baby teeth? No, no one needs baby teeth. We're not baking a cake.
Baby teeth cakes and gunpowder pancakes.
For food.
Yes.
Add some extra crunch.
Should we go there now?
Yeah. Although, didn't we talk about waiting?
I mean, we can investigate now. Assuming we want to investigate a little bit.
Well, I kind of want to put a tracker on the container and possibly get a look at what they might have. And I do have 2 perfect runs for that.
Good. And it's nighttime, so it's the perfect time to do completely and perfectly legal things.
Yeah. Well, I will intentionally lose the 100 million that I put in, so that we
Okay.
have a good excuse to leave. And once we get into the car, I will start shuffling for my little container that I have for my 2 kanmushis.
Okay. What are the others doing?
I'm just waiting.
I'm also in the car.
Toad, how's your cooking going?
I might be talking to those children on the phone.
They seem to be excited. They seem to like those pancakes. They say that eating them is a blast.
Oh god.
It will be the next.
I'm fine with all of this.
Well, I will set up a route to like within 2 kilometers of the facility.
Mm.
And
It's
I'll-
decently far away, but it's not like... It's probably an hour drive.
right. Well, I'll either let the Swarm drive or Hexa if she wants to.
Sure. I'll drive. As soon as I don't actually have to be a getaway driver.
First,
Don't worry about that.
first thing you notice, this thing does not handle like the VR tutorial that you bought for like 15 million.
Her VR tutorial was made by Trigger.
Yep.
Not very true.
So it was slightly better than... Slightly.
More high resolution than reality.
But it's... Oh dear. But it's still probably different.
A bit.
It's hard to replicate real driving. But it's not like there's a lot of skill involved in just driving along the road.
Yeah, just stay on the road.
Yep.
And don't break law.
Well, that's easy. It's just setting up the pilot so that if you start to speed, it will just stop you.
It's called Gridlink. Grid guy.
think I'm plebeian.
I-
I may have great guide, but
Yeah, the
why
override.
would I need? Yeah, I don't really need to use it.
Hmm. Yeah, but it's hex on the.
Yeah, I'm a beginner.
Anyway, I'll drive up to. Yeah, close enough to where I know that the signal won't be too shit.
Yeah, you get around there. It's it's effectively like you drive on one of the bigger roads for a while, but then it does break off into a considerably smaller one, still like maintained and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, and what you actually do is it just like splits into two, and you take the other one, the one that the warehouse isn't, and that leads you into a place where you can just park in there, and you're about 2 clicks away.
So I take my conwishes and attach them to the underside of the 2 dragonflies. Basically, it's just so that they can carry the conwishes to a much closer space without being seen, and then they will walk the rest of the way.
Okay. You catch them and they take off. And they drop them like a bit off the warehouse. And we are in a foresty area. There's a road. And they walk up, they go to the warehouse. And there's a couple of cars pass, but the drones are way too small for them to notice.
Yep.
You get up to the warehouse, where you see there's a decently sizable parking lot, and then there's a somewhat maintained warehouse, and you see there is one guard that seems to be just walking around. It's fenced entirely, and there's one guard that you can see that's walking around, and there's 2 who are on the door talking to each other.
Right. The fencing, is it just like regular chain link fence?
Yeah.
Alright. Well, I'll just direct the little buggers to go through the fence then. There's no point going through the door.
Yeah. So you're on the parking lot. You're going to go outside of the warehouse.
And I'm gonna send one to go look for the container. I'm gonna guess there was pictures of it.
There is no picture, but there is a description of what it should be, and it should be some sort of plexiglass container which can be seen through. It seems to have holes for some sort, which does indeed indicate, as you said before, to living cargo.
Oh no.
I'll just send set the drone who is looking for it on image recognition and then search for it.
Yep.
And I'll have the other one basically look for any ways to look into the building. More specifically, like any of the garage ways or stuff like that.
And there is a loading bay area on the front, but there isn't really much windows. Like there's a couple of windows, but they seem to be into offices.
Right.
One of them is into the staff's staff room.
So okay, so there's only like loading base. There's no garage doors.
And not no like there's some there's two like personnel entrances, which is just doors, but the cargo seems to be going just through the loading base.
Right. Well, I'll ignore that then and have it join looking for the container.
Okay. Yeah, you get in. It's there's quite a decent bunch of stuff in there. This does seem to be like some of the stuff is like when you're just in browsing like just the runner, heavens and stuff like that. You're just like, oh, this thing might be this thing from this run. Like this seems to be their less than legal stuff storage area. And you quite quickly you don't find anything that matches it, but there is however a covered thing. It matches the size description exactly, but it does however have a cover on top of it in a way that you just cannot see in there.
Well, just have one of the drones run under the cover.
Yeah, you are greeted by you. Do you have a flashlight in them, and do you have it on?
Let's see if I can remember. They have thermographic vision. They have ultrasound, motion detectors.
Yeah, well, thermographic is just useless because
Yeah, can't see through glass.
yeah. However, ultrasound can be somewhat it has to bounce in a weird way, so it's a bit fuzzy.
Well, if I can see the box, then the Kamushu can then walk up onto the box, plant itself firmly against it, and then send a pulse of ultrasound through
Okay,
it.
yeah. Then you get quite easily. You're not 100% sure what it is, but it seems to be your best guess. It's a barcast. But there is some different, like it is not exactly shaped like a barcast, but it is the closest thing that you can think is a barcast.
Since I can see the structural integrity of the box when I'm doing this, can I see any large enough air holes where the Kamushu can poke in?
No. You could probably get a wire in there, but not an entire drone.
Any electronics on it?
On the box, there is a couple RFID tags, but nothing more than that.
Right.
RFID tags being like volatile, fragile.
Yeah.
Poor creature.
Let's see, I'm trying to remember. This is so much harder when you don't have the stuff you should have.
Most things are.
Yeah. I tried reconstructing Trigger's sheet, but it just wasn't possible. So pretty much everything I'm running on memory.
Well, can the Axu open the sheet and do stuff?
No, because most trigger stuff was on a jammer file. Because because there was just so much.
Yeah, my gear listing was just impossible to put into this sheet, basically.
The sheet is not designed for riggers.
No. I do have like stats for most, like the base stats for most of my stuff, but a lot of the miscellaneous stuff I'm missing. Like how much ammo I have left. Well, yeah. Is there any sort of transport vehicles that when I walk about just...
Yeah, there seem to be a couple, there's some like SUVs that seem to be for some sort of human transport or meta human transport. Just two of them parked outside there right now.
No haulers?
No haulers at the time.
Right. Okay, so they're bringing one of those in from the outside. Anyone have any thoughts? You can see everything I'm doing. Because I would like to bet that Trigger's channels are probably so encrypted that not even like Horizon would be able to crack this shit.
Yeah, that's actually a big problem that the corps do have, is that encryption is, well, okay, if you just go on and like buy that $5 app that claims to encrypt that, like, yeah, corps have no problem with that. But if you know anything about like, encryption, you can just, it's not too hard to do something that's basically uncrackable.
Yeah. Well, it's also the fact that the channels that Trigger uses is basically, they just look like background radiation, so...
I hope Mr. Johnson's boss really does know what's inside the crate, because that's going to be a weird surprise if it's a surprise.
Oh, is there any signals coming from the Barghest?
No.
It's dead silent.
Yeah, no, does not seem to be technoclear.
Right. I was just thinking if it's so wanted, then it might have been a bio-drone, but yeah.
Actually, like there's one, but that's basically an RFID tag being like, dangerous, do not pet. But like no signs of like what a technocritter would or anything like that. Say standard what people give to their dogs today,
Yeah.
kind of deal.
Why would anyone want to pet it? Actually, no one
I
can
guess they're
pet it.
cute.
No one can pet it because it's in a stupid plexiglass container that's probably too small for it. This is definitely some kind of creature rights violation.
You'd be amazed at how little we have of that left. Especially magical critters.
Too bad it's probably not like super intelligent and we can be friends with it.
They're
It's-
kinda intelligent.
It's intelligent enough that if it had developed enough vocal cords, it could speak to you.
Ooh,
Yeah.
like a toddler.
Not really a toddler. Probably like a 10-year-old kid.
Yeah. Think of their intelligence level as a troll.
Yeah. I actually did. I was linked a article about crows, and it made me fear crows.
But they like to play games.
Yeah, but like, there was like apparently an experience of like there was people who wear masks and they harass the crows, and effectively the crows pass that information to other crows, and those other crows then recognize those masks.
Yeah. There has been stories about children terrorizing crows and then the crows getting back at them years later.
Yeah.
Crows are amazing.
Yes. Especially African ones because they have mimicry like you wouldn't believe. Or is that ravens? It might be African ravens.
I think it was African ravens. This live stream is now about birds.
Birds are great.
Yeah,
I agree.
I'm trying my best to just keep myself focused on what I should plan, but my brain just is not working.
Yeah, and I'm a horrible GM in that sense. I'm not helping with that at all.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm still a bit affected. Sorry.
Is there anything you can even put the tracer on?
Well, the tracer is a drone. I'm just putting a drone on it.
Yeah.
But it can't fit in, so it's gonna have to be on the outside of the plexiglass thing.
Yeah, and the plexiglass does seem to be like entirely visible, so effectively a drone on it will be quite obvious.
Yeah.
Well, I guess if you're done with your scouting, I should do mine.
Probably a good idea.
Well, I'll ask my spirit of man to scout out the place and tell if there are any spirits or awakened creatures.
Okay, if your spirit would like to give me a astral stealth, that would be nice.
Yeah, of course it's activating its what's it called?
Human power.
Yeah.
Does that work in astral?
Yes.
Hmm.
Works on all planes, that's why it's good.
Okay.
And of course I don't have the stats for Spirit of Man. Let me just find the book and open it.
Meanwhile, just in case, I will send the drone that is not a designated tag to return.
Okay.
Yeah, talk amongst yourselves while I'm looking.
I'm looking. A for 7, was it?
Yeah.
Spirit of Dude. He would have a logic of 7. Because astral sneak is based on logic. He does not have stealth as a skill.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think there's any of them that has.
Yeah.
Actually, I might let me just look up. Talk amongst yourselves.
Well, what is like Toad? Are you still making pancakes?
Tell me about your pancakes.
You're like getting a live feed from Lauren, like how good they are. She's sending you like the experience of it. It's quite tasty.
They look so weird. Are you sure they're pancakes?
They taste like pancakes.
With gunpowder?
I mean, because how the Matrix works, it's technically like possible. Like you're currently being fed the experience of eating these pancakes. You can taste them.
I send her the nutritional values of gunpowder.
Yeah, there's a deck. Like you send him effectively a site that has calculated it, but then there's a there's just a side note like, why are you eating gunpowder?
Gunpowder is not meant for metal.
These ones are gunpowder and blueberry.
Yeah.
The
The
blueberry
thing is-
makes them a little bit better.
There is actual nutritional value in gunpowder. It's just really bad for you in large quantities, thanks to the potassium nitrate and sulfides.
Well, technically everything has a nutritional value, but yeah.
Yeah. I believe the charcoal gives you some pretty nice carbohydrates.
But how will I ever stop myself from overindulging?
You're a dwarf, you're fine.
You're
Yeah, so is actually doing anything?
well, besides talking to Lauren about the pancakes
Yeah.
and reading about the nutritional value of gunpowder.
Mhm.
Nope.
Okay. So you don't feel confident of being able to do matrix recon with -3 penalty due to noise?
No.
I kind of like the idea of intercepting the pickup before it gets to the warehouse, and then just rolling in like we're the new delivery guys.
Well, we first have to find the
I mean,
it.
how the road is that there's only one way that the delivery truck could like basically be coming. It isn't like next to a big road, so it's a side road. So if you would be interrupting the truck in the on the road, that would definitely be possible.
Plus, I could totally dress myself up like a traditional Amazon Jaguar warrior.
They do seem to be wearing suits.
Damn it.
No, unfortunately, one of them does have something that looks like kind of like Rambo, but there's quickly like they apparently as technology had a effectively a cosplay competition lately, and there seemed to be Rambo was marked as the winner.
Well, I guess I'll do it Astral Stone.
Oh, no.
I can't find. I seem to remember that there being some sort of watcher spirit that doesn't count.
We'll
like
each
natural spirit.
cosplay as a different anime character. And then just show up like we were just coming back from the cosplay party.
What?
I'm saying this to a pancake.
Pancake is very intrigued. Then you get into your
Pancake
AR, you
has
get a
feelings.
into the AR, you get a pop-up, which it's like a speech bubble. It just says, "Can you just eat me?" And you notice Lauren giggling.
Well, at least they have -7 dice on theirs.
Let me just ask at this point: Are you comfortable with that level of success?
Well, it's the spirit, so
You can edge on spirits.
I guess I'll edge.
Like you can edge on sprites and spirits and stuff like that. They have -7.
So 3 successes in total.
That was a really good roll. There seems to be There's a spirit of air that just kind of like it pops up in front of your spirit and it's just kind of like, no, fuck off.
Well, I guess my spirit will return.
Get off my astral lawn.
Yeah. You did gain a. You do know that there's a spirit of air in there at least, and you did get a glimpse of someone who was probably awakened, but you got nothing on the inside.
Well, guys, it seems like there's a spirit guarding it. At least one.
Well, that's not entirely surprising.
Nope.
What kind of spirit? Not that I know of anything about spirits or can use the knowledge to better prepare for anything.
I guess if we wait a few days, I could go look for a talismonger who could give me the source to learn rituals. Because I'm capable of performing rituals, and some of them allows me to look inside things.
Magic is so weird.
That it is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
virtual tubes filled with cats. It's much easier to understand.
So much easier building something.
Or we could just go with what we already know, and then I'll just kill any spirits I see.
That's kind of your job.
Yep. And I kinda like Toad's plan. It has certain problems.
Like not being able to identify ourselves.
Yes. Or like convincingly. Or do the intercepting of the vehicle very stealthily so they don't have time to inform anyone.
Well, the thing is, even if we do it stealthily, the tags on it will probably start an alarm.
And then we'd have to talk our way out of that.
Yeah.
We're not so good at that, are we?
Well, we don't have a proper face. I mean, I can talk us out of some things, but it's not my speciality, so to speak. Oh god, why am I yawning so much? I have to stop myself from talking all the time. I don't know why. I slept fairly well. Like, I think I've slept for like 10, 11 hours. I've been drinking coffee all day. Yet I feel like I'm gonna crash any second.
Well, you slept too much.
The thing is, I always sleep about 10 hours.
Yeah, that might explain why you're always fatigued.
Mm.
But yes. So, are you staying in there? What is the plan for the one drone?
I'm thinking I'm gonna set it up somewhere where it can just see the container, but it will be like out of the way, so that basically it won't be noticed by anyone, and it will be running on like the lowest possible settings.
Okay. Yeah, you do notice that A couple hours pass, and you do notice that they, what they do is they take off the cover from the container, and there's a small hole, there's more like not a hole, but like what is it? I can English.
Door?
Hatch.
Yes, thank you. A hatch that they open. It does seem to have a fairly strong physical lock, which they open with a old-fashioned key. That
Barbarians.
it's also very matrix secure,
Yes.
and they push food through it, and you get a look at the thing with the camera, and it does anyone have Void does have the magic or something, I think. Does anyone have anything magic? I'll let Trigger.
I have some magic. What?
Yeah, what do you have any magic related knowledge skills?
Notice skills.
Knowledge skills. Magic related.
Traditions.
Not really. Big creatures. I do get, however, let Trigger roll flat out logic because we have. And actually, I could let everyone roll a plain out logic because you have all encountered a Vargas.
Do I have a bonus because I've actually thought about getting one as a garden
Yeah,
dog?
you probably get a +2. Due to its research. The next bit seems like a Vargas. Trigger. It definitely looks a lot like a Vargas. It isn't a Vargas. It seems to be some sort of cross between Vargas and something else.
It's a dog.
It seems adorable, Void. Its growling is just so soft.
Can I draw any conclusions? Like, is there a hellhound in it, or is there?
Hellhound is very strongly present. It could probably be hellhound as well, which is kind of surprising because that's is not known to be possible.
It's very possible. It's called a war form, gene splicing.
Yeah, but like direct cross of two. Directly crossing two species shouldn't. I don't think even magic should be.
Oh, it's quite possible. As long as you do it just through genes and using chromosomes. It's quite easy, actually. It's just probably not very viable, considering they can't produce offspring, most likely. So anytime you do it, it's like a massive investment and basically get nothing out of it. At least to my knowledge of genetics.
Well,
yeah, hold on. I'm just looking some shit up. Nope. I thought for a second that Jarvis actually had biotechnology, but he doesn't.
So, whatever the thing is, it might survive a car crash, But
Oh,
its
yeah.
box might not.
Yeah, it does. It does not seem very friendly. I mean, Void's just like. It seems nice.
It's a
Don't
cute dog.
Void and Hex are both like. That box is probably that thick for a reason.
Yeah. So we could just stand on the side of the road, hide behind a bush in our gigantic car machines, and then just ram into the car and hope that the box doesn't break.
The only car we have that is capable of that will pretty much flatten anything it hits.
Well, can't you drive slow? Then it's not ramming.
No. And it's nudging.
Well, can we nudge it off the road?
Probably. Although I'm starting to think it might be easier to actually just get the fuckers to stop and take the hauler that they're using.
Hmm.
I mean, there's plenty of ways to get rid of any kind of trackers, unless they've put stuff in really bad places.
We can throw blood at me and I can cry on the road and then get hit by a car because I don't think they will stop for me.
That is about as likely as them giving money to charity. That is not in Aztlan.
Yeah. In olden times, people used to use trees for stopping cars and trains and stuff. Cows.
Yeah. Although the problem is that it would be annoying to remove.
Oh yes. So we could just park a car in the way.
We could.
They probably would not hit that.
I'm trying to think of good ways, but my mind keeps derailing. I'm thinking like maybe utilizing the off-road capabilities, running up from the other road. That way we could surprise them.
Whatever we do, we can't do it too close to the warehouse.
No.
It just sent people.
If we can just get a few kilometers away, we only need a few minutes.
Yep.
Are you staying in the area while you're thinking about this, or are you heading back?
I think we should maybe head home.
Yeah, I grab the drones that return, leaving the one that is on surveillance.
Hanging around here doesn't seem like the safest thing to do.
Yeah, I suggest we should go back. I mean, they already know that something is happening.
It's probably not too unusual for them to have something happen.
Spirits aren't that common.
Yeah.
The awakened population is around 5%, I think. And that's being generous. That's counting all the people who are like under like magic 1. That can like make sparkles with their hands.
Well, it could be a free spirit.
Yeah, free spirits are slightly even more rarer than that.
Yeah.
Especially ones that like give a shit about physical things. It's just like I'm just like suddenly appearing here. Mm,
It could happen.
Yes, it could. It definitely could.
So when we're accosting the people on the truck, we should be like, "This is what you get for messing with the honey badgers." I don't know.
Sure. Let's just send everyone their way. They would probably be slightly confused though.
Why do you think that?
Don't think they have anything to do with each other.
Yeah, and?
Well, that's
And then we drop the barcast off at the hotel with another
oh,
to the Yakuza love honey badgers, but we make it so the box like opens up 20 seconds after we leave.
oh goodness.
that total is not having a good year.
We have the best plans regarding honey badgers.
Yes. I think these plans involve a lot of not giving a fuck.
Yep.
Well, we are very good at that.
Not giving a fuck.
Yeah,
Well, Void is.
yeah, and he's all that matters.
He's a goddamn sociopath.
Someone has to be. We can't all be bleeding heart,
Bleeding Heart war criminals.
soft, squishy ones. Yeah,
Yeah, that's totally a thing. Because most runners are definitely too soft.
yeah, exactly.
Well, with Void standards at least.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, I
Void-
mean, all of that leaving people alive and stuff, I mean, it's just terrible. What if they recognize you?
You're not the one who murdered an innocent, whatever he was, Bill.
Hmm?
It was
Bob.
not who
His name
murdered
was
an
Bob.
innocent person.
Bob. Yes,
Oh,
Bob.
Bob. Bob, Bill.
My name's
Who
Bill.
cares? He's dead now. My stomach is being mean.
Why would your stomach be mean?
Because
Punch it
it's
in the
garbage.
face.
I don't think that would help.
Replace it? Get the cyber version?
It's not the future.
Oh. That sucks.
So you're heading towards home?
Yep. And I guess if Void wants to do magical recon later, he can. Yeah,
Yeah, they do have spirits, so I don't think I can get in.
probably.
I don't have any stealthy spirits. Because spirits are not stealthy.
Well, at least against spirits.
Yeah, they're super stealthy against people who want magical.
Oh yeah.
You're back.
Welcome back.
We're just discussing of the stealth capabilities in spirits.
I think I found out why I'm so fatigued today, actually. Because I just, when I was walking up, grabbing a smoke, I noticed that I forgot that I had taken a med yesterday that I very rarely take, because specifically because of the issue I'm having today. Yes.
That sucks.
Yeah, it's a really good perk me up because I had some. It was some sort of anxiety that just struck me. So I took it because it was easy, and now I'm paying for it.
Well, if people are feeling off, we can call it for this. But we can also continue.
Well, I'm up for either.
I really don't want to. I mean, calling it off, I don't want to. I feel I've been like the ball and chain for most of our sessions lately.
Nah, yeah. I think yesterday we were calling it off anyway. Max's Discord was dying. I think that was why we called it off.
It's not my Discord, it's my internet. That's my phone currently.
Yeah.
But
Also,
yeah.
I'm kind of surprised my internet hasn't been breaking up like it was last
No.
Tuesday.
You haven't gone to Metallic a single time.
Yeah.
Max went once, but like that's all.
Oh no!
But it wasn't even so bad that we could still understand. It was just.
I was just a robot.
Yes, but an understandable robot.
Lovely.
But okay.
So we sort of have like 12% of a plan.
If that.
Was that a Guardians of the Galaxy reference?
Yes, obviously.
Yeah.
Well, 12% is better than no plan.
We just need Toad's cybernetic leg.
What?
Yeah.
Of course.
No, for some reason I imagined Toad to be the one who has, well, and we need to get this thing, but, and then Toad goes off, but it must be done last because when it's taken, it activates all the alarms. Wheel, wheel, wheel.
No,
Or
it
we
is
could just
Groot.
improvise.
Okay. So
Toad is Groot.
Toad is Groot.
Toad.
Yeah.
Groot.
And Trigger is Rocket
Rocket.
Raccoon.
Because if someone has a bomb, actually, well, everyone has a bomb in their backpack.
To be honest, the
Mostly
one who
Toad.
actually yeah, it's Toad.
It's mostly Toad. But
Speaking
it's
of the
not
now
a
that
nuclear bomb.
I still have 6 kilos of commercial explosive.
Toad still has around 90 HE grenades.
Yes.
Or it might be Drax.
Yeah.
Who is also a violent.
Abigail is Rocket Raccoon.
I don't think we have a Skylord.
Now that we're completely derailed, Thor Ragnarok gives a completely Guardians of the Galaxy vibe. The teaser.
Yes, it was cool.
It was not what I expected for Thor movie at all. The teaser.
I am lost.
Thor, the new Thor movie, Ragnarok, which they have misspelled in the title.
4.
Yeah, so no,
It's a TH, motherfucker.
not my mythology.
No, I know.
We're the special ones when it comes to that.
Yeah, it's our mythology, but
Exactly.
still, it's when you say it and you're speaking English, it's just my brain does not.
Tor, you know, for that internet surfing.
Yeah, exactly. Obviously, onions.
Oh god. Never ever go on the dark web.
Mm.
It is the worst place you can ever go to.
But where else am I gonna find fresh human eyeballs and heroin?
Yeah, I mean, after all, you have a plan where you need that guy's eye.
I'm gonna have to go to the bathroom for a second. Or
Yeah.
60. Or more.
Yeah, for probably.
You guys all want to take a bio break?
Sure.
I just had one.
Too bad, you relax more.
But even though it's not my mythology, I'm still deeply triggered by the fact that they misspelled the name. How hard is it to use alt code to type an A? It's not Ragnarok.
It's partly yours too.
Well,
You're part of Scandinavia.
yeah, but Finns are like, no, we have our own shit.
True.
We have like our thunder god is basically like Odin plus Thor.
Yeah. You mostly have trolls, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, we do. They're basically like super ugly forest gnomes.
Yeah. Ever seen the role-playing game Dragons and Demons? I believe it's the English translation.
Yeah, I think you mentioned it at some point.
Yeah, it's originally a Swedish.
Yeah, you did.
role-playing
Yeah, you definitely mentioned it before.
Yeah. But it's Dungeons and Dragons, but if everything was based on Norse mythology, which is kind of awesome. Well, not
Kinda.
Norse specifically, Scandinavian mythology.
I like how like the name of the big god in Finnish mythology is Ukko, and it's pretty much means old man.
Hello.
Hello.
It's not as strong as Odin.
You know,
Odin and Thor.
Whenever I think of gods these days, I just think of Smite. It's a really good game, but I never play it nowadays. My favorite tactic was using Odin as an assassin, even though he's a tank.
this reminds me of things which I do not want because nobody here plays League of Legends.
I have played League of Legends. My favorite was Fiddlesticks.
God, who doesn't love Fiddlesticks? Have you played Ezreal?
Pretty much everyone when I was playing didn't like Fiddlesticks. Like no one liked him ever.
No, I mean, like okay, like Fiddlesticks is everybody likes him, but nobody likes to play him. Like as a character, people are like, yeah, it's cool, but like the idea of bringing Odin as assassin kind of reminds me of Blue Ezreal. Was Ezreal in when you played?
I don't remember. The last guy that was implemented before I stopped playing was the bomber guy.
Six.
Yes.
Yeah, then Ezreal was in. Ezreal is the at ADC, the bottom laner who has only like skill shots. He has a teleport and 2 skill shots, and then he has his ultimate is a giant banana.
I think I know who he is.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Yeah.
It's years since I've played.
Yeah. Yeah, well, last year, because he's an ADC, you know, last year they were like, yeah, you know, suddenly we take him mid lane and make him a mage. Like, that was a meta, and they took the jungling item for him, even though he was mid lane. Because it just gave so good stats, and you just dealt ridiculous amounts of damage. Just referred to as Blue Ezreal, and it was weird as all hell. I mean, Blue Ezreal has always been a thing, but it was just so strong when they took the jungle item for him.
Yeah. I've played weirder in Smite.
Oh yeah, I mean, of course, but it was like one of those like, because it wasn't a thing that like that one person did in one game, like, but it was like half the meta was that. So,
Do you know who Thanatos is?
Greek?
God of Death?
Murder.
Yeah,
Death.
it's like I've heard, can't remember.
So in Smite, he is pretty obviously an assassin, or and jungler if you play him right. But I have played and have seen him being played as a mid very frequently, which is so weird. Because every time, everyone that goes mid is always ranged. He's a melee. Yeah, the only range he has is his first ability, which I believe is called Depth Scythe. But it does so much damage that normal mid laners can be killed in one shot in lower levels.
Nice.
Yeah.
That sounds crazy.
It is crazy, but it's also a skill shot that can be quite hard to hit.
Yeah, Smite.
Pretty short range.
Smite skill shots they're not the same as League.
Like the whole third person perspective makes a lot of skill required.
Yeah, I actually
and a perfect connection, which is why I haven't been playing a lot.
Yeah, a couple of my friends got me dragged into Dota for a while, and just okay, so I play the game only so I can play one hero, which is Techius, and Techius is I don't know how to describe him.
I know,
You,
kinda.
yeah, like you just like the entire game is you just walking around the map and placing mines.
Yeah.
Like you just completely ignore the enemy team. Like the guides for techies are step 1, realize the fact that you're playing 4v5. It's like,
Well, it's like when someone picks Teemo.
I mean, yeah, but like Teemo's actually techies is nowadays actually viable in competitive play because yes, you are one player down, but if they step into your mine, it hurts.
Yeah.
Like you can't stack the mines anymore, which you used to do. You just stacked all of them and then they walked into this massive explosion. But like individually, they deal so much more damage. I think they deal around 3 times more damage now.
Mm. I used to play Dota, but only so I could play the custom game mode where you got to make your own hero.
Yeah, ability draft.
Yeah. That was a lot of fun.
Unfortunately, yeah, the thing is like I could probably get into League if they implemented that, but like it wouldn't work with League because League has so much like overlap between skills.
Yeah.
Anyways, now that we're all here, I presume. Bia, are you here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Should we continue on Shadowrun?
Yeah, let's continue a bit.
So, are you doing more magical recon or?
No. There's at least one mage, and there is at least one spirit, so yeah. We'll kill it.
Okay.
And it's more than likely. There's more.
I mean, the data you were given says that.
Can I volunteer to use my car to block the road? We can turn it upside down and make it look like an accident.
But we're gonna have to drive past it when we hijack their car.
Also, didn't we get you like a nice car?
A nicer car.
Nicer.
Yeah, I distinctly remember I was looking through Rigor 5 to look for a pretty, like, not the best car in the world, but it was certainly not a common.
It was another small car. I remember picking out some other cute French thing that was green.
Things I remember about those cars. You killed gangers with it. Lord,
Oh, right. Never mind. Oh,
Did you
right.
get a new one, I think.
Yeah. Didn't we pick
Yeah, it's a suitable 4-door family car. Never mind.
Like a kind of. We're gonna come at the generic boxcar.
Oh,
I guess I'm a soccer mom now.
No, actually, no. It's actually. I think in the Rigor 5 they especially mentioned that this is like the generic toxic-looking car that's so boring that nobody ever suspects that you're a Shadowrunner, except that they suspect you're a Shadowrunner because you're driving a super generic boxy car.
Yep. Mercury Comet is literally the custom vehicle owner's dream, but it's also quite cheap for fairly high performance.
So we blocked the road with a car. And get people out of the car, the other car, and then just drive away.
That sounds like a plan.
Yeah, it sounds like a plan, but it actually isn't.
I think maybe we shouldn't drive away very far.
What?
Well, you said like we drive away.
Yes.
I think we need to be there when they stop the car.
I mean, we drive away in their car.
So I feel like I should stay in the dummy car. Pretend to be passed out at the wheel.
And then immediately stab the first person who comes to you.
I was thinking about improvising more than that.
Okay, just make sure you smell a lot like alcohol when you pretend to be passed out.
You could just hijack a car and use that.
Just take a random car of
Grand Theft Auto, yay! We'll hijack a church minivan
I mean,
full of disabled teenagers.
What?
No!
Sounds like a plan.
What is wrong with you?
I can start with a list.
It makes perfect sense.
it's not hard to hijack like oh, I don't know. There's plenty of large vehicles roaming around the industrial zone that could be quite easily snatched.
Oh yeah, and industrial vehicles usually have standard keys.
Like a
Yeah.
Like a
cleaning
cement
van?
truck.
Ooh. I think I know exactly what we could take. And there's bound to be one in the industrial area. Aksu,
Yes.
where did I last see a Kodiak?
Probably doing road work. Isn't Kodiak the bulldozer?
Yes.
Yeah, probably just like destroying some old road so it can be relayed.
Is there anywhere, is like, are we lucky enough there that there is one like on a side road at the moment? Like a road construction area?
Not like exactly nearby, but some like you could definitely get it there in time.
That sounds just fine.
Oh my god, why did I Google this?
What did you Google now?
The Kodiak bear's Latin name is Ursus arctos middendorfi.
Hey, there's actually this only gonna be understood by the people who speak any Finnish. There's a wood-eating, it's called insect. That its Latin name is Cossum cossum. But yes.
Anyway, bears, Kodiaks,
Yes.
that are not bears.
To be specific, it's a metric Kodiak.
It's a really big drone.
It is the largest drone you can get. On the market, at least. And they're common as dirt wherever there's road work.
But do they have a driver's seat?
No.
So Toad can't pretend to be passed out.
Nope. But I can quite easily hijack it and make it look like it's just a confused drone.
That is helpful because it removes the need for Toad to act.
Yes.
He can just hide in a bush and improvise.
Well, it is still evening, so while we're on our way home, I will launch the Predator from where it's at home at the moment, and send it over just so I can see if the Kodiak is parked somewhere and where they're currently working.
Well, they're drones, so the good side of drones is they can basically work 24/7.
Yeah.
So there's some doing some road work, not too far away.
I'm basically just making sure that the possibility is there.
Yeah.
Is there any public tags for the road work? Like, when is it planned to be finished?
It has been planned for. It's going on for. It will be going on for like a couple months more. They're replacing a decent chunk of the road. It's marked as this. It's marked into Great Link that this area, like, you can't go through it. There seem to be some humans on site, but not much. It seems to be mostly automated. Then they have a couple who are just like seeing that nobody just comes and plugs mysterious USB sticks into them, or generic safety. A couple of humans on site. It's mostly like 2 people with basic guard knowledge and someone who can control a couple drones.
Well, what do you guys think? Sound like a reasonable...
I'm already sticking pieces of bushes to myself.
Well, it sounds like a great plan, but Toad, it's going to be in a week. So actually, it's good that you started already, so you can be the best bush you can be. I will help you.
Plaster his AR with pictures of bushes.
Yeah.
Yes.
There's like one of your sprites being helpful, and it's just like pulls up a basic guide on like camouflage.
24-hour live stream of a bush.
For dummies.
Yeah. Yeah, you get that like on the side of your.
So I guess I really am becoming Groot.
But then like. Indeed. Like now you start getting like ads about like just like gardening stuff, and you can like adopt trees.
Oh, I should coat myself in chia seeds.
Apparently.
Chia. Worst commercial ever. After these messages. By God, why do I know American like commercial break songs?
It's a very good question.
I have no idea.
Welcome to the sprawl. Wobot.
Yeah, you're a robot.
I know I was a robot because
You're still a robot.
everyone else was a robot to me.
Okay.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, it's your connection, sorry to say.
You're just gonna have to go to the top of the building and play Shadowrun outside.
Probably have some shadow.
I don't think we're gonna have time to do the heist today anyway.
Yeah.
But before we finish, I am going to have Trigger prepare a hijack program.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not too easy to.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
too hard.
I know specifically that I'm going to hijack a Kodiak, I can just look up their specific pilot programming.
Yeah. You do have to, however, either try and somehow get directly into the Kodiak or just try and go through the RCC, but that shouldn't be too hard. Those are at best rating twos on those sites.
Yeah. RCCs are fucking expensive.
Yeah, exactly.
Fire the missiles!
Speaking of missiles, I played Stellaris with a friend, and it was fun when he used lasers and I used missiles. So it was like he was super close range, I was super far range. Most of the combat was just like I killed the enemy fleets before he could reach them, because I had
You were playing what?
Stellaris.
Oh, yeah. I've never played Stellaris multiplayer.
It's quite fun.
It's a really good game.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I only have a cracked copy, but you know.
I have the Steam version.
Oh, wait, hold on. Toad, you're still streaming, right? Shit.
We haven't said anything. It was all in your imagination.
Yes.
Well, I don't have it anymore.
Yeah,
Because
but
it was actually on my old computer, so meh. I actually don't think I have. No, I don't actually. I haven't had the internet to download anything. So I don't have shit.
yeah, I was actually looking into Stellaris modding. It's quite easy because it's a Paradox game. It's basically identical to modding European World Series 4. Of course, like tags are different and stuff like that, but the files are formatted in the same way. The structure of the directories are the same.
Yeah. I think the only thing I've ever modded, and I don't even know if it can be counted as a mod, was when I did store items for IMVU.
Well, if we're wrapping up, we should probably say goodbye.
Bye! Also, can you